The title is not clickbait. What if there was a way for you to make over 100%? In some cases, currently, now we're looking at over 130% annually. So what if there's a way to make this amount of money by just depositing into a strategy? You most likely already have some passive strategies in DeFi, like liquidity providing on UniV3, or maybe trading bots on Telegram or on a specific dApp. Maybe you trade futures for yourself, or maybe you even trade options. But what if I told you that this, very similar to a trading bot, this is a copy strategy for you to just deposit your money on and let professionals take over and trade for you? So let's talk about that in today's video. So welcome again to another video. Happy Wednesday. Today we're going to be covering with a little bit more detail on a copy trading strategy on Bitopex. So it is literally like the name suggests, you're going to deposit into a vault with a lot of other liquidity from other users, and the money in this vault will follow a certain strategy. Now we have two for you to choose from. I'm going to focus a little bit more on one, but we're going to be covering both of them because, again, it depends on your risk management and your overall risk appetite on which one should you choose. But we do have two strategies for you to choose from, and then if there's any profit, it will be credited into the user's vault position. Well, why should I choose this instead of trading bots, for example, or any other strategy? Well, of course, I'm not going to stay here pretending that this is better than any other, because there's pros and cons for everything. Like you saw on plenty other videos that we did, options versus liquidity mining, options versus staking, options versus futures. And again, if you haven't seen any of these videos, you can check out Bitopex. You can go on the channel and just scroll down just a tiny bit. You'll see all of these videos ready for you to consume and learn more. But nonetheless, let's take, for example, a trading bot. A few of these trading bots are not like the stock market bots that we have for day trading, because most of these have different strategies imbued into them, and they can reverse positions, they can hedge against their own positions, they can flip or roll positions according to the market conditions. So if you have traded Forex, any sort of day trading that you would use an algorithm on MetaTrader or any other platform like such, then you know what I'm talking about. But for crypto, as far as I know, and for everything that I've seen so far, you have only one directional bots. It follows maybe a simple strategy, maybe a moving average, maybe volume based, maybe a few indicators, but it usually is a one-sided strategy, meaning that if the market reverts, so it starts flipping itself on the current position, then this strategy, if it is open, so if you have an open position in this strategy with these bots, you're going to be taking the maximum loss. So the stop loss will be triggered. Of course, if you're not into a position, it simply won't act because it will not find any entry points. So the strategy is to have multiple bots running at the same time. So this way you can have a strategy for a sideways market, a strategy for an upside market, and a strategy for a downside market. But with a few of these, it comes costs, it comes maintenance fees that most of these protocols or most of these strategies do have. So it can add up if you're going for a full year, for example, of sideways market. So that is not very advantageous. So this is where Bitopex has the copy trading strategy, which allows you to deposit and then forget about it in the simplest way that we can describe it. So let's take a look here at what we have to offer, and we're going to go in detail in each and every one. We have here two strategies. These are the first two, and we're going to be adding more, and even in the future, quick spoiler right here, the ability for you to copy trade from a professional trader. So if you know any professional traders that would like to contribute and join Bitopex here to allow for other people to copy their strategy, to copy their positions, then let us know. Let's do this connection together so we can bring even better structured products for you to try out. But nonetheless, we have two, and they are very different from each other. We have the Phoenix strategy and the 0DTE. If you don't know what 0DTE is, it is pretty much an option that expires in less than 24 hours, meaning that it is an option contract and it has a very short lifespan to expiration. And if I'm not mistaken, the Phoenix one, it is a strategy based on IV, so on volatility. So the less volatility that is in the market, the returns are going to be a little less. But overall, projected, the ROI for the whole year will be around 25.5%, which is by itself amazing. And then we have the 0DTE, which has 136% return of investment over the year. These are projections, meaning that they analyze since the beginning what was the average, and then it projects for the whole year. It does an average and then it projects this for the whole year, giving you this number right here, which can always change. So you need to take in consideration that this is an average base number. So if you look right here, you can see that the P&L for the Phoenix strategy has been 1.5% per month, or around that average in the last 30 days. Meanwhile, in the last 30 days, the 0DT has had 6.35%. But if you look on August only, we are around 4-5% return on investment on this strategy, which is great. Both of these strategies, they started in this early May, this end of May, and both of these are profitable. There hasn't been any red months, but nonetheless, August was a little bit hard for the 0DT, mainly because if you look right here at Bitcoin's price, since August started, Bitcoin was around 64, and just in the first week alone, we have negative 23% in a single week. So it wasn't very good in this week for the strategy, because again, you can see that it had a lot of ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. But overall, it kept pushing and we are in the positive by 4%, which is very, very good if you take in consideration the whole month with the meltdown that we saw on Bitcoin. So for example, my strategy, the money that I deposited here, I deposited $500 and I got in on June. So I didn't get May, but I got June, almost the full amount of June. And if we scroll down right here, you can see that it is at 20% P&L. So I got in on June 11th. So it has been 2 months, 2.5 months almost of me in the strategy, and I've been making 20%, meaning that almost 10% per month that I've been getting with this strategy. So Everton, how do I deposit right here? How do I use this product? Well, if you are new to crypto and you don't know how to deposit right here, check the last video, the video that we posted on Monday. That one shows how to deposit from a centralized exchange all the way here to Bitopex. And if you are familiar with crypto already, you already have a wallet. It can be MetaMask, it can be Rabby, whatever wallet you have. Well, you can deposit from the wallet itself. You can deposit USDC or USDT straight into your Bitopex portfolio. And here you just click on copy trading, on follow, and you deposit the amount right now. So let's run a projection, as I like to do with all these videos that I do. Let's run a projection for this return. So you can see that on average, we are looking at 8% more or less with this strategy. So let's say we start with $500 like I have right here, and you put $100 every month. So every 30 days, you're going to be adding $100 from your own pocket, and you're going to be compounding that money for a whole year. So how much are we looking at here for after 1 full year with Bitopex? So I ran these numbers and we have $500 as initial investment, 8% monthly return for a whole year, and we deposit $100 each month. So at the end of each month, we deposit $100. So we're going to be looking at $3,156. Oh, Everton, how much is that on top of what I had? You had 500 and you deposited $1,200 in the whole year. So $1,200 that you deposited from your own pocket. But overall, in interest earned, you earned $1,456. This is money that was made passively. So this is passive money. You made $1,456 passively. So if you go down right here to the charts, you can see that the interest keeps piling up month by month. So in the first month, you make around 40-ish bucks of interest. Well, guess what? The month ends, you have 40 bucks and you deposit 100 more. Now you have 640. Well, the next month you have 51 bucks and 20 cents, and you keep doing that. And by month 6, you're touching 100 bucks per month. So each month you're getting 100 bucks back into your pocket if you want to withdraw. But again, if you want to withdraw, then it doesn't make sense to keep compounding. You know, the compounding effect takes place once you start leaving the money there to do that snowball effect. And 5 months after your first 100 bucks, you are making 200 bucks. So now you're making 202.25 each month. And you right now have around $2,800 here deposited. And by the end of the 365 days, you are going to be making 220 bucks per month, and you have around 3,156 bucks overall. And you want to know what's funny? If we actually do that for another year, so we add another full year on top of it, guess what? Now, instead of making 150%, you are looking at 534% because of compounding interest. If we actually look at the charts, you can start seeing the exponential curve growing more and more, which is something that you couldn't see very, very well on the 1-year charts. But now on 2 years, you can see the effect piling up itself. And we can look at the numbers, and it took you 6 months to reach the first 100, 11 months to reach 200. But now guess what? Only 15 months, meaning 3 months more than you did to reach 200, just to reach $300 per month. And with 2 more months, now we're looking at 418. And by the end of 24 months, you're making $722 passively. That is each and every month. And I think by then you don't even need to deposit $100 anymore, because compounding effect will be taking its action, and that little push that you were making by adding money out of your pocket is not needed anymore. The ball is already rolling down the hill and is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So if you don't know the effect of compounding interest, I actually, back in 2021, 2022, we were trading weeklies, weekly options here on the channel. Every Friday I would go live and we would trade together. And guess what? In less than 6 months, I went from $400 to $2,000 just by compounding the interest that I was earning and by selling options week after week. This strategy right here, the 0DTE, it is not selling options, but is opening spreads. Spreads is when you open a call and put at the same time. So you're going to buy a call and sell a put, or buy a put and sell a call, depending on the strategy. If it is a credit spread, a debit spread, a put spread, or a call spread, whatever it is, there's different versions, and I made a video about spreads if you want to know more about it. And what it basically does, it does what we have offering here in the earn tab. You can see these are vertical spreads. It's just simplified in a way that you don't need to open 2 positions. You just open a simple position right here, according to if you believe it is going to be above or below a certain price. You go right here, open a position if you believe it's going to be above 59 or below 58. This way you can make your own decisions by itself. But the copy trading is pretty much opening these spreads that I just showed you, but it does that for you. You don't have to do anything else, just deposit and watch your money grow. So if you want to start and be person number 123 right here on Bitopex, what you can do is check out the first link in the description. This way we can track people that are coming from the YouTube. So please make sure to use that link. It will mean the world to me, and I'm sure you'll see a lot of good returns here on Bitopex. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on Friday. Peace.